Hello everyone and welcome to Movie Bin, the show where we take a look at strange movies that we find really cheap on DVD and then we watch them and talk about them. The movie this time is called Killer Ants. The tagline is "They are coming for you." And there's a woman with a very large chested woman on the cover getting attacked by ants. The story according to the box is there is more than 100 billion fire, in quotes, ants in the world. They swarm out in a couple of seconds, attack in the thousands and kill in a matter of minutes. Are you ready to face them? That's it. That's all it says. Well, yeah, let's take a look at Killer Ants.
Okay, we just finished looking at the movie, and I can tell you it sucked. Even the cover lied to us.
Yeah, the guy.
It's this girl isn't,
This girl is not in the movie at all.
and there's almost no ants in it too.
Yeah, and there is no big ants like on this cover. So everything in this cover is a fucking lie. The movie looks really bad and cheap.
It looks homemade.
Yeah, the movie is shot like there's really weird close-ups and the camera moves a lot and they're really weird cuts too. They cut really weird, almost in the middle of a scene or a conversation, and then they just move to the next thing.
Yeah, it's about a couple. I didn't even remember their names.
No, the only name I remember is Locke,
Yeah,
the bad guy,
the bad
because
guy.
they said his name a lot.
Yeah. But anyway, he's a English teacher or something like that. And her girlfriend is, I don't know, she's a
Yeah, she didn't.
housewife or
Yeah,
something.
she didn't do anything.
Like, they're going to Texas to move into a new house.
They stop
Yeah.
at some
Random
picnic table,
picnic table
with
stuff.
a porta potty next to it,
Yeah.
the toilet thing.
The girl there, she gets attacked by
Yeah,
fire ants.
fire ants, just normal ants
Yeah.
that they picked up from some place and just put on her hands and stuff.
Reckon them fire ants. They're gonna eat you alive. Some folks allergic to them. Only takes one get on you, get you all swole up. Just like you, man.
Then they just get out of there.
It's only for a semester, come on.
It's minuscule. Our apartment was bigger than that.
What happens? Nothing happens in
Yeah.
this movie. They
After
meet.
that scene,
Oh, yeah.
unexplainably they go to a party
Oh, yeah, the
with
party-
no explanation
the
at
party
all.
scene.
Next
Yeah.
scene is like, first in,
I guess it's because it's his co-worker or something.
Yeah, I think
because
so, probably.
the bad guy Locke is
Yeah.
there. He's like an ant professor or something. He's a scientist.
yeah, he's like acting like a weirdo all the time. On their party, he asked the girl about fire ants or something. Because he sees she got him bit and then he touched her.
You're an expert on them, aren't you, on fire ants?
I think we need to go, Evan.
Next scene they introduce another character.
The guy is in a restaurant and he meets like a woman professor, I think.
Yeah.
And they.
Who works under this guy Locke.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Uh,
They start talking, and then of course they start talking about ants, because now this guy is also fascinated with ants for some reason. And the girl is also on the ant research team.
Yeah.
So they start talking about ants and they joke around about ants.
So I was thinking seriously that the very next thing I write about would be about fire ants. You know, 101 uses for a dead fire ant. Like the dead cat.
So after that, I think there are more scenes in the house. The girl is really irritated at a lot of stuff. She gets attacked by more ants. The ants come into the house.
You find out like their relationship isn't really working or something.
Yeah,
there's some problems there.
She's angry that they left Manhattan to go to Texas, and he wants kids, but she doesn't really.
No.
Because she takes birth control when they're trying to have kids. So nothing happens for a while.
Pretty much.
Yeah. And then they have a fight. He gets into bed with music. He falls asleep on the bed. She gets attacked by more ants, and then it's the next morning. It seems time works really weird in this movie. It's all these scenes seems like they take place like in the next
same day.
But then they mention that it has been like 2 months.
2 months.
But
3 months.
Nothing is indicated.
Nothing makes sense.
There's nothing to show us that this much time has passed.
Yeah, the next morning he wakes up. He's go to look, and it's like chaos.
Stuff has been knocked all over the place.
Yeah.
Like it's a big mess in the house.
It's a big mess, and he looks in the fridge, and voila, he finds his wife. Dead.
In the refrigerator.
He called the police. Apparently, they call it suicide.
She's suffocated in there.
Because they didn't find any ants or anything. So they're at the church. The bad guy. He had
like a conference thing?
Conference, yeah.
Osis Invicta, ladies and gentlemen, the red imported fire ant, flesh eater, stripper of carcasses.
He talks about fire ants, and he gets interrupted by this woman.
The fire ant loves fire.
Stop! I don't know about the rest of you, but I have no desire whatsoever to see fire ants swarming an accident victim. No desire whatsoever. I came here for an academic discussion, not this Halloween extravaganza.
I don't know why he's talking about this, and I don't know why there's so many people interested in this, and I don't know why this woman is so upset. There's a scene, she confronts
him again.
Locke at the parking lot.
So Locke gives her a ride, and the next scene there, he's stripping naked.
Yeah, she's apparently in the van unconscious, and he's changing clothes.
Yeah,
and we're not really sure what happened. Did he rape her?
How's it going there, Tootsie?
The next scene,
she's trapped in a warehouse.
Yeah, he has some oil or something.
Yeah, some kind of liquid he's made of or something. That
put it on her.
Attracts ants.
Attracts ants. Yeah, so the ants come and eat her.
But we don't see that.
No.
We don't see anything. Then they cut. Then there's some other scenes, I think, and then they cut back. And she's a skeleton.
What are you smiling at, you bat?
So the woman doctor comes and comforts him, and I'm sorry about your wife and stuff.
Oh, I found Corey. She was.
Oh God, I'm so sorry.
I'll show you.
Well, I don't.
Then the scientist, she finds some eggs, and then immediately she suspects.
They suspect Locke. They begin to investigate, and they are the worst detectives ever. They apparently find a warehouse he owns or something, and then they go there. Remember, they are there in the car, and then there's some weird. There's some pieces of the liquid on the ground, apparently in some capsules, and they run over it. Mm-hmm. And then they're like, all these ants crawling on the car. They immediately go to a car wash.
Uh-huh.
And then they go into the car wash. And then they fuck in the car wash, we think. Because they start making out in the car wash.
Yeah. And there's some weirdos looking up.
Yeah! And then
looking at them and yee-hoo! Some more weirdos.
Who were those guys?
Hot damn!
We don't know how much time has passed.
No.
It seems like this guy's wife has just died and he's fucking this other girl in the car wash.
The same day.
Yeah, it seems like
It
seems like a few days has passed, because we think it's only a few days. I mean, granted, his wife wasn't. I mean, she wasn't that nice in the movie, but they had been married for a while. It seemed like. I mean, it seems like he got over his wife really fast.
Yeah. She go to his house to find more evidence. And the funny thing is, when she looks around in the house, she only, she's there looking for evidence, but she only look at the statues of.
Yeah, she only walks around looking at like his stuff he has on the shelves, and then she is about to go upstairs, and then he's apparently home. He's standing, he's standing at the edge there upstairs with a gun.
Yeah.
She apparently didn't, watch the house or something to make sure that he was out of the house, which is like the first thing you do when you are about to break in somewhere. You maybe scout out the location and make sure there's no one in there. So she's captured by him, and then immediately we cut to a parking lot. Where the main guy is, and then Locke just strolls up to him and takes him too, and then this all happens like in a half a minute, and then they cut back to the house, really awkward.
Right.
In the research they find that Locke was once married sometime and the wife just disappeared, I think.
Apparently he wasn't always the way he is now. He got weirder after his wife, Constance, left him. Nobody remembers much about her except for one day she was here, and the next day she was gone.
Can you imagine being married to him?
He killed her off with his.
Yeah, of course. We know.
Stuff.
Of course, we know. Immediately, when they said it, we of course know he killed his wife.
And Locke came along and swept her off her feet.
He does kind of remind me of that one movie star, Vincent Price.
For some reason, when he's captured them in his house, he shows them a VHS tape and he put it on, and there's like a video of his wife like brushing her hair. And then she's about to put on perfume, and he comes in and he gives her the weird liquid.
After this, they drive them out to a clearing outside in the countryside somewhere, I think.
Yeah,
and then they put them down they backbound with ropes, and then he put them down, and then he puts this weird liquid around them.
Yeah, the same liquid.
So the ants gonna come and eat them. Then he dries off. The weirdest thing here, after they have escaped.
Yeah, they don't run away. They just
from the rope.
This scene is so weird.
They're gonna run away anyway.
Yeah.
And then
any sane person will run away.
Then it's like they're surrounded by ants, because they like laying down and just they want to stay put, because the ants like feel movements or something. So if they
I think the plan is the ants can sense if they move, so they just lie down there.
Lay down.
And the plan was the ants is drawn to the liquid, so the liquid is in the place where they escaped from. So the ants is gonna just crawl by them. But the thing is, we never see that there are ants coming from every direction, which I don't think
there's only one ant train.
Yeah, and we're supposed to think that this is like millions and millions of ants.
There are billions and billions of them.
And then they also have this weird conversation because the girl is trying to distract the guy because he's like, oh, I'm probably gonna move and the ants are gonna notice us. Then she has the weirdest way of calming him down. She's like, describe my breasts or something.
Yeah.
Here, try this. How would you describe my breasts?
What?
My breasts. How would you describe them in one word? Just one.
Pert.
What?
Pert. Or describe your breasts as pert.
Pert, that's good, right?
Yeah. Pert's great. Pert's terrific.
Next scene is they're at the house where the ants attacked them the last time, like where they drive with the car.
Oh, they're at the warehouse.
Yeah. Locke's apparently there, and he's kidnapped the scientist's co-worker. So they sit outside for a minute and listen to the conversation, and then they storm in and get captured again.
Yeah. They are the worst.
Yeah, they are the worst.
They are immediately caught at gunpoint again.
They're all captured, and he is going to reveal that he has an ant queen, like a big freaking ant queen.
Yeah, right,
who's going to take over the world.
What the fuck was his plan?
I don't know.
There's something about him buying up land earlier from some Texas.
Scare away people with ants and buy up land. And also,
And then,
I don't know.
And then profit?
And I don't know. In that scene, he said he wants to be immortalized by make it this ant queen.
You're right. He wants
Who's
to
gonna
name,
have his name.
Yeah, he wants to name the ant after him.
Yeah.
The ant who will become known throughout the world as the Lock Ant. See, this isn't about some petty land acquisition scheme. This is about my ant and immortality!
He takes out his queen ant or whatever.
Yeah, his queen ant.
It looks like a cartoon.
Big me. No. No.
The ants. They're coming. They'll kill them.
Oh, no.
He runs outside to his van.
Yeah, drives off, and then the queen attacks him.
The eye! Oh, the fire ant loves the eye!
After his death, like the next scene, he called the cops to explain all the things that happened, and then they praise him. Oh, he was so smart.
Yeah, he was so smart. He should have been.
He was so smart.
He should have been on the cover of Times or some shit.
Yeah, it really was brilliant. He could make them breed when he wanted them to. He could make them go where he wanted them to go. He should be on the cover of Time.
Except for he's on the cover of Dead.
That's the end, right? We have a scene at the end.
Yeah, they kiss and
they're
probably going to get married.
Yeah, they're talking about movie because she was in Mexico before for 1 minute, and now she's gonna go and work there, and he's gonna follow her. And then they walk away, and that's the end.
Well, there's something I didn't tell you.
And what would that be?
I too have an offer. From a publisher. For a gag book entitled 101 Uses for a Dead Fire Ant.
Get out!
No, it's true. And
This is one of the most boring things I've ever seen, I think.
I fucking hate it.
It's so boring, nothing happens.
The end.
Yeah, I mean, the actors sure as hell doesn't care about any of this. No, I'm done.
I'm done.
Do you have anything
Nothing more to say. Let's go grab a beer.
Yeah, I think we need a beer. We need a beer after this, I think. Don't watch this.
Yeah.
Ever. See you next time, guys.